You might think tingling hands and weak legs are just normal signs of getting older. But what if I told you, in many cases, they're not? They're signals from your nervous system and muscles that your collagen levels are running dangerously low. And without enough collagen, your muscles can't anchor properly, your joints lose stability, and the protective insulation around your nerves, the myelin sheath, begins to weaken. Now, here's something most people don't know. After the age of 60, your body's ability to produce collagen can drop by over 50% compared to when you were younger. That's like trying to repair a house with only half the building materials you used to have. And yet, you're still walking on the same joints, using the same muscles, and depending on the same nerves you had decades ago. Here's the hidden danger. When collagen declines, it's not just about wrinkles or sagging skin. Nerve signals slow down. Blood circulation suffers. Your balance and grip strength drop, making you more vulnerable to falls. And here's the twist. Collagen loss isn't just inevitable aging. The right foods can actually stimulate your body to rebuild and preserve it, even after 60. Today, we're talking about 5 specific collagen-rich nuts that have been shown in nutritional studies to not only supply your body with the amino acids needed to build collagen, but also to deliver supporting nutrients like copper, zinc, and vitamin E, all of which are essential for strong muscles, stable joints, and healthy nerves. Here's why you'll want to stick with me until the very end. You'll discover the nut that contains a rare amino acid essential for connective tissue repair. You'll learn which nut supports nerve insulation and can help reduce tingling sensations in your hands and feet. And I'll share a simple daily timing strategy that can double your collagen absorption. But before we get into the list, I want you to think about something. Imagine yourself 6 months from now, standing up from a chair without effort, walking without worrying about losing your balance, and using your hands without that uncomfortable buzzing or numbness. That's not a fantasy. It's physiology, when you give your body the right building blocks. So let's dive into the science, the real-life benefits, and the practical daily habits that can help you say goodbye to tingling hands and weak legs, starting with the first collagen-rich nut on the list. Let's start with a nut that's so common you might overlook it. Yet it's one of the richest natural sources of 2 amino acids your body must have to rebuild collagen after 60, glycine and proline. I'm talking about walnuts. Here's the science. Collagen is made up of 3 amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, twisted together like a rope. Glycine is the smallest amino acid in size, but in function, it's massive. It acts like the hinge in the collagen structure, allowing it to bend without breaking. Proline, on the other hand, is what makes collagen strands stable. Imagine the difference between a loosely braided rope and one that's tightly woven. Now, here's the problem. After 60, your body doesn't produce enough glycine or proline on its own. Studies in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that in older adults, collagen synthesis rates can be up to 40% slower than in younger people. That means even if you eat enough protein, if you're low on these specific amino acids, your collagen rebuilds slowly, and your muscles, joints, and skin suffer for it. Walnuts step in here as a natural supply depot. 1 small handful, about 7 whole walnuts, gives you a significant dose of glycine and proline along with plant-based omega-3s, which help reduce inflammation in the tissues where collagen is trying to repair. Think of it like giving your construction team not just the bricks, but also a clear work site to build on. Here's a simple tool to apply. Eat walnuts in the morning alongside a vitamin C source, like a few slices of kiwi or orange. Vitamin C acts as the spark in the enzyme process that turns glycine and proline into collagen. Without it, those amino acids can't be fully activated. Have you noticed your knees or hands feel stiffer in the morning? Try this breakfast combo for 2 weeks and pay attention to how your joints and grip strength feel. That's your body telling you it's finally getting the raw materials it's been craving. In a moment, we'll move to the second nut, one that doesn't just build collagen, but actually protects the insulation around your nerves, helping reduce tingling sensations in your hands and feet. If you've ever woken up with your hands asleep or felt a strange buzzing in your fingers after holding a phone or book, you've experienced what happens when nerve communication gets disrupted. And one of the biggest reasons that disruption happens after 60 is because the myelin sheath, the fatty, collagen-supported insulation around your nerves, starts to break down. Think of your nerves like electrical wires in your home. Without insulation, the current leaks, lights flicker, and sometimes power cuts out completely. In your body, that flicker feels like tingling, numbness, or even burning sensations. This is where cashews earn their place on our list. Cashews are loaded with copper, a mineral that is non-negotiable for collagen cross-linking, the process that makes collagen fibers strong and durable. But copper has another critical role. It helps enzymes build and maintain the myelin sheath. A deficiency here can literally slow nerve signals. A study in neurochemical research found that low copper levels in older adults correlated with increased neuropathic symptoms, meaning more tingling, more weakness, more nerve-related discomfort. Here's where cashews shine. Just 1 ounce provides over 60% of your daily copper needs, along with healthy fats that keep your myelin sheath flexible and nourished. The omega-3 and omega-6 balance in cashews also supports nerve cell membranes, improving communication speed between brain and body. Practical tool. Eat a small handful of raw or lightly roasted cashews as an afternoon snack, ideally paired with a piece of vitamin C-rich fruit like strawberries. This not only feeds your collagen system, but also ensures the copper is put to work in nerve repair. Avoid salted, heavily roasted cashews, as excessive heat and sodium can reduce their mineral integrity. And if this insight is helping you see how food can directly influence nerve health, go ahead and hit subscribe, because we explore science-backed, practical tools like this every week, and I don't want you to miss the rest of this series. Now is a nut that doesn't just help build collagen. It acts like a fire extinguisher for inflammation, creating the ideal environment for collagen to thrive and joints to move without pain. One of the silent enemies of collagen is not a lack of protein, it's inflammation. Imagine trying to repair a bridge while the river underneath is flooding. No matter how strong your materials, the foundation is unstable. That's exactly what happens in your body when chronic inflammation is present. It breaks down collagen faster than you can build it. This is where almonds earn their spot. Almonds are not only a source of collagen-building amino acids, but they're packed with vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that protects collagen from oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like microscopic rusting inside your tissues, and vitamin E is the coating that keeps that rust from spreading. But here's the hidden connection most people miss. Vitamin E doesn't just preserve collagen, it also reduces inflammatory markers in the joints. A study published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine found that older adults who increased their vitamin E intake experienced lower levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation linked to joint pain and stiffness. Almonds also contain polyphenol, plant compounds that act like microscopic firefighters in inflamed tissues. And when inflammation is under control, collagen synthesis enzymes work more efficiently, meaning your body can actually use the amino acids from your diet to rebuild joint cartilage and connective tissue instead of constantly fighting fires. Simple daily protocol. Aim for a small handful of raw almonds, about 10 to 15 nuts, in the evening as part of your dinner or as a post-dinner snack. Eating them alongside healthy fats like olive oil can improve vitamin E absorption. You can also chop almonds into a salad with spinach and bell peppers to add vitamin C into the mix, which amplifies collagen formation. Here's a quick question. Have you noticed how on some days your joints feel looser and less painful than others? That's your inflammation level fluctuating, and foods like almonds can help stabilize it over time. Now, we'll look at a nut that doesn't just help with collagen or inflammation. It improves circulation so your muscles get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong and prevent weakness in the legs. One of the overlooked reasons for muscle weakness in the legs after 60 is poor circulation. If your blood flow is sluggish, your muscles are essentially running on a low battery. They can't get enough oxygen, and the amino acids and minerals needed for collagen repair arrive late. or not at all. Here's where pistachios become a game changer. Pistachios are rich in L-arginine, an amino acid that the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that widens blood vessels, improving circulation. Better circulation means more nutrients reaching your muscles, tendons, and joints, and faster removal of waste products that cause soreness. But pistachios also bring magnesium to the table. Magnesium supports muscle contraction and relaxation, reduces cramping, and plays a key role in energy production inside muscle cells. A Journal of Nutrition study found that older adults with higher magnesium intake had better physical performance scores, including walking speed and leg strength, compared to those with lower intake. When you combine L-arginine and magnesium, you get a double benefit. 1. Fuel delivery improves. Collagen-building amino acids actually reach the tissues that need repair. 2. Muscles work more efficiently, meaning less fatigue, more stability, and better balance. Simple circulation protocol. Have a small handful of unsalted pistachios, about 30 grams, about 30 to 60 minutes before a walk or light exercise. This primes blood vessels for better flow and helps your muscles take full advantage of the movement. For an added boost, drink a glass of water with a squeeze of lemon at the same time. The hydration plus vitamin C supports both blood flow and collagen activation. And by the way, if you're starting to realize that each of these foods works together, almost like pieces of a larger puzzle, this is exactly why you should subscribe. We go deep into the science and give you the step-by-step protocols to make it practical. Now, in the next section, we'll talk about a nut that's not just about muscle or circulation. It's about structural stability. This one delivers the minerals and antioxidants your joints need to keep their scaffolding strong, preventing weakness at its root. Strong muscles are important, but if the scaffolding underneath, your bones and joints, isn't stable, you'll still struggle with weakness, pain, and reduced mobility. Collagen plays a huge role here, forming the connective tissue that anchors muscle to bone and cushions your joints. But for collagen to truly protect those structures, it needs mineral reinforcement. This is where Brazil nuts earn their place on the list. Brazil nuts are the richest natural source of selenium, a powerful antioxidant mineral that does two crucial things for your musculoskeletal health. 1. Protects cartilage from oxidative damage. Studies in osteoarthritis and cartilage show that oxidative stress accelerates cartilage breakdown in the knees and hips. Selenium neutralizes the free radicals that cause this wear and tear, keeping joint tissues intact longer. 2. Supports collagen-producing enzymes. Certain enzymes that link collagen fibers together rely on selenium to function properly. Without it, collagen can be weak and easily degraded. But there's more. Brazil nuts also deliver zinc, phosphorus, and magnesium, all minerals your bones need to stay dense and fracture-resistant. Combined with collagen, this creates what I call the reinforced framework effect, a stable, resilient structure that allows muscles to perform at their full potential. Daily joint stability protocol. Just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day can meet your selenium needs. More than that isn't necessary, and too much selenium can be harmful. Eat them alongside a protein-rich meal to give your body both the building blocks and the protective factors for collagen. Here's a reflection point. Many people try to fix muscle weakness by focusing only on the muscles themselves. But think about it. If you strengthen the frame and the foundation at the same time, every movement becomes more powerful and more stable. Now, we've covered the building, protecting, and fueling of collagen. But there's one last piece, and it's often the missing link. In the next section, I'll show you how to eat these nuts in a way that doubles your collagen absorption, so you're not just eating the right foods, you're actually using them. Here's a truth many people overlook. It's not just what you eat. It's what your body can absorb and use that truly matters. You could eat all the collagen-rich foods in the world, but if your body isn't activating and assembling those amino acids into strong collagen fibers, you're leaving results on the table. The key activator here is vitamin C. Without it, the enzymes that convert glycine and proline into collagen simply can't function. That's why scurvy, The old sailor's disease caused by vitamin C deficiency led to bleeding gums, weak connective tissue, and muscle wasting. It wasn't a lack of protein. It was the inability to turn that protein into collagen. So here's the simple, science-backed method. Pair your collagen-rich nuts with a vitamin C-rich food in the same meal. This creates what researchers call a cofactor environment, where your body has all the raw materials and the biochemical spark it needs at the same time. For example, walnuts with kiwi slices in the morning, cashews with strawberries as an afternoon snack, almonds in a salad with bell peppers at dinner. But there's another layer, timing around activity. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that collagen synthesis increases when collagen precursor foods are consumed in the 1-hour window after light exercise. That's because exercise increases blood flow, delivering nutrients directly to the tissues that need repair. So here's your absorption multiplier protocol. 1. Choose 1 or 2 of the nuts we've covered. 2. Pair them with a vitamin C-rich fruit or vegetable. 3. Eat them within 60 minutes after a walk, stretching session, or resistance exercise. This combination ensures you're not only eating for collagen, you're actually building it into your muscles, joints, and nerves where it matters most. And in a moment, I'll wrap this all up with a quick recap and a challenge you can start today to strengthen your hands, legs, and joints for the months and years ahead. We've covered a lot today, but the big picture is simple. Tingling hands and weak legs after 60 are not inevitable signs of aging. In many cases, they're signals from your body that your collagen system, the structural network holding muscles, joints, and nerves together, is running low on fuel. And as you've seen, that fuel doesn't just come from any protein. It comes from specific amino acids, minerals, and antioxidants found abundantly in these 5 collagen-rich nuts. 1. Walnuts, loaded with glycine and proline, the raw building blocks of collagen. 2. Cashews, high in copper to protect your nerve insulation and calm tingling. 3. Almonds, packed with vitamin E to put out inflammation fires so collagen can thrive. 4. Pistachios, rich in L-arginine and magnesium to boost circulation and muscle power. 5. Brazil nuts, a selenium powerhouse for protecting cartilage and stabilizing joints. And then we added the absorption multiplier method, pairing these nuts with vitamin C-rich foods timed around light activity to double your body's ability to turn them into strong collagen fibers. When you weave these tools into your daily life, you're not just eating for short-term relief. You're rebuilding the foundation for long-term strength, stability, and independence. Now, here's my challenge for you. Starting tomorrow, pick 1 nut from this list, pair it with a vitamin C food, and eat it within an hour after a short walk or gentle workout. Do this consistently for the next 2 weeks. Pay attention to how your hands feel when gripping something, and how steady your legs feel when you stand up or walk. If you start to notice less tingling, more strength, and more confidence in your movement, that's your body telling you the system is working. And remember, change compounds. The small choices you make today are the reason you'll be able to keep doing the things you love, whether that's gardening, traveling, or just walking into a room without a single thought about balance or pain. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button so more people can find it. Subscribe for more science-backed, practical health tools you can actually use. And tell me in the comments, which one of these nuts will you start with tomorrow? Stay strong, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.